You got with Tom too young and couldn't properly enjoy uni and solo travel in a relationship. You've earned over 20k on a brand deal. There were people on your Australia trip you would have got with if you weren't with Tom. You think some of your friends are only in for the clout. If you were pregnant now, you would keep it. Hate affects you more recently than it used to do.
What does?
Hate.
I thought you said heat. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm joined with my brother behind the camera.
Hello. That's
Harry. And he is going to be asking me quick fire true or false questions that you guys have basically asked me on Instagram. I've watched a lot of other people do this. I've seen people do this on Insta stories as well. However, the twist is
alcohol.
So just before we get any further into this video, if you're not already subscribed, please go do so down below. It really means the world to me, and there are so many of you that aren't, so it literally takes 2 seconds. Button down here, so easy to do. Right, now we've got that out of the way, let's get into it. It's like 5 PM on a Monday afternoon and I just kind of wanted an excuse for a pink gin and lemonade. No jokes, I just thought it'd be funnier if I was a little bit more honest, a little bit more open. So I've already had one of these. Probably like, how many shots would you say was in it?
Like 4.
4 shots. 4 shots of gin has already been had, and now I'm on to number 2. Harry made me pour a double and then like basically another double on top of that, so feeling it a bit because obviously I haven't eaten dinner or anything. So I've just given my phone to Harry. You guys asked your stuff on Instagram and we're gonna go. I'm not really gonna cut this either because I think that it's funnier if you get my raw reaction, and although it is quick fire, you know what I'm like, I might elaborate, I might waffle, so don't come for me in the comments, but you know, sometimes you need a story time. You ready?
Yeah, let's go. You would temporarily live in America.
False. Don't think I would.
You are closer to your YouTube friends than your home friends.
Probably false. I would say like even.
Boo.
Why? What do you want my answer to be?
One of them.
I mean, right now I like speak to my home friends more because a lot of them are home and more free to like talk to on Zoom and stuff.
Are you saying you've fallen out with all your YouTube friends?
No, I'm friends with them evenly. I speak in my YouTube group chat a lot more than I speak to any of my home friends, but even.
Lizzie's the best. That's not a true or false. I don't think you've understood the message there, Lizzie.
Did Lizzie ask that? Yeah. Lizzie's my favourite Lizzie that I know. I don't know any other Lizzies.
You've had a brand deal over 3,000.
True.
You'd like another dog. So would I.
True, yeah.
It's not my video, but so would I.
I think we should get on to Mum and Dad about getting another dog. Because every time I walk Lottie with Mum, she's always like,
well, we left
look.
one when we got Lottie. There was one.
Yeah.
Left. We should have got her.
So I don't think I've told the story, guys. When we picked Lottie up, the breeders that had Lottie as a puppy, they were really lovely, and they were like, oh, there's just one other female dog left, she hasn't got a home, do you want her? And we were like, oh no, like I don't think so, we're just kind of here to get one dog. And now we use it as a guilt trip on Mum all the time. We're like, imagine if that other dog never got bought, which of course it did, like of course it did. But
there were people on your Australia trip you would have got with if you weren't with Tom.
Probably false, to be fair. The only guys I met were either like foreign, which doesn't put me off them, I just couldn't really communicate to them, there was such a language barrier. They were like all German, who were lovely. Or they were like your age.
You feel a pressure to look a certain way to fit in with the beauty standards.
True and false. That's a rubbish answer, isn't it? Yeah, I guess true, Instagram has a really high standard.
You want Tom to propose soon. You're not understanding this video. You're supposed to drink like between questions, not as I've asked it.
Alright, okay. False.
Alright, your video types that get the most views are your favourite to film.
Probably false. Do you know what? Our videos, as if it's our channel.
It is our channel. I'm on it more than you.
You actually are. My videos that usually get the most views, oh my god, words are not really coming out. My videos that usually get the most views are food videos with Harry, which actually are not my favourite to film because
you hate me.
No, it's stressful to film with Harry, and also I don't always love food videos, but you guys seem to really enjoy them, so there are pros and cons. Like I love eating food, I don't always love filming eating food, but
you wish you got more views because you put a lot of effort into your content.
True. Yeah, I think I work quite hard.
You found this lockdown the toughest one yet.
Definitely true. Oh, of interest, what would your answer be to that? Do you think this lockdown's been the hardest?
Yeah, definitely. Although I don't really remember the second. When was the second one?
I know, doesn't it just kind of...
It went from 1 to 3.
Yeah, I think we've had 1 and 2, and this is 2. Because the second one kind of was like...
Well, when it actually
was? It was November. It started on bonfire night, but you stayed at school throughout it. So in my head, that wasn't a lockdown. That was just like a tightening of the restrictions.
Yeah, because I was still going to school and filming.
Yeah. Schools have only been off twice, and this is the second time.
You have kissed a girl. But you're not understanding.
Sorry, I had ice went in my mouth. Yeah, that's true.
You like it when people come up to you in public.
True, if they're polite. I don't like it when people are rude.
Your mental health is great.
False.
You've earned over 20k on a brand deal.
False. Oh my gosh. 20 grand for one brand deal.
You don't like pineapple on a pizza.
Is the answer true or false? I do like it, so is that false?
False. Oh
False.
my god.
Sorry, false.
If you were pregnant now, you would keep it.
Maybe true. I'd be 22. I keep saying this is my fact. If I was pregnant now, I'd be 22 by the time I had the baby. Yeah. I don't think 22 is really young.
No, it's a normal age. You don't actually like Tom.
Yeah, that's true. Jokes, obviously that's false. I really hope the people that ask stuff like that are doing it to get a reaction.
Well, that's why I looked at you. I was like, just give the normal answer,
yeah.
just in case.
Yeah, no, guys, obviously that's false. What?
You think some of your friends are only in for the clout?
No, false. Definitely not.
You don't have any new friends.
No. Unless it's Rachel. Rachel, if you watch it, Rachel's definitely just in it for the free stuff. Joke.
You live in a multicultural area.
False. So false. Beverley is incredibly white.
You wanted to travel after watching Unjaded Jade.
Yeah, that's sort of true actually. I'd never really had the inspiration to go to Australia until I watched Jade's vlogs of her going to Australia, and I almost did the exact same trip, and that was where I heard of all the tour groups as well, so yeah. You
have been bullied by other YouTubers who have more followers than you.
False. I've never been. Do you know what? I think generally as a whole, YouTubers are actually quite nice because they tend to get you. The people that are nasty to you are people that don't do YouTube and don't understand it.
You don't keep all the clothes you get for hauls.
That's probably false, to be honest. Even if I buy stuff that I think, oh, I'll send it back. Why are you laughing?
You just turned Welsh then, to be honest.
To be honest, even if I buy stuff and I think, oh, I'll send it back or it doesn't fit, I'm the worst for returning stuff. Like, I don't return stuff. I have stuff that I've meant to return with tags in. That's just the, yeah, I'm rubbish at doing returns, so no, that's probably false.
You got with Tom too young and couldn't properly enjoy uni and solo travel in a relationship.
False. We would have just broken up if I felt like that.
Australia helped you find yourself.
I wish you guys could have seen what Harry just did behind the camera. He did a little find yourself. But yeah, I think it probably did. Not in a cheesy way. Stop pulling faces behind the camera. I think it just really solidified what I wanted, and it made me feel more confident in myself, and for the first time I didn't feel like I'd made the wrong decision by not following like a conventional path, because everybody that I met was also not following a conventional path. Like, not that there is a conventional path. Also, can you hear that bird? There's like a bird tweeting really loudly as
the window's open. It'll be in the video. You've got something in your hair on the right of your eyeball.
Oh, that's gonna be so annoying. Sorry guys if your eyes were looking at that the whole time. I feel like I'm the kind of person that when I watch YouTube, if somebody has something in their hair, I'm like, they have something in their hair.
You sit like a child.
That's not one.
That's just my observations.
Because I'm sat cross-legged?
Yes.
I'm sat on a chair, an office chair, but I'm sat cross-legged because, yeah,
but
I do.
You also do it every meal time.
I sit on my knees every time I eat tea. I can't, like, I actually physically cannot sit at a dinner table.
Like a if she goes to a restaurant, honestly, like halfway through the meal, she'll just like pull her legs up onto the like sofa thing that we're sat on and just sit like a 4-year-old.
Because I can't eat sat with my legs on the floor. Like, it's actually, this is a real thing, guys. Like, I'm not even making this up. I have to be sitting on my feet. I just have to be.
So what do you do if you're in a formal restaurant? Do you just sit there like
no, I'd
jittering?
No, the kind of professional way where you'd have one foot on the floor and kind of one leg kind of underneath you, so like this.
You wrong.
And one day I'll get arthritis because of it, because everybody I've ever met in my whole life tells me if you sit like that you'll get bad circulation, but I physically cannot sit with 2 feet on the floor.
Hate affects you more recently than it used to do.
What does?
Hate.
I thought you said heat. I was like, yes, the heat's really affecting me. Hate affects me more now, yeah, definitely. I think, hold on, I haven't finished elaborating on that. I think I have more time to read it now. So, I'm struggling in my head between, I've got more time to read it so it affects me more, and more people have more time to send it, so more people are sending it, so it's like somewhere in between. You
have lied about what you do for a job to someone.
Yes, true. Definitely. Did I tell you the story of when I was in a lift?
No.
So I just think, why would you strike up a conversation with people in lifts? Like, you're going to get out in 30 seconds. So this guy, I was in a hotel in Liverpool with my friend Jack, and I'd gone down to collect a pizza from the reception of the hotel. And this guy got in the lift and he was trying to talk to me and I just could not be bothered. And he was like, so what do you do for a living then? And I was like, oh, I can't be able to have this conversation.
I'm an accountant.
I'm an accountant. Because it's going to take longer than the lift ride to explain because he just won't get it.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'm a student at the university here. Like, because I was in Liverpool, it was a student city, it was Halloween and tons of students were out. And he was like, oh, what do you study? And I don't know why it just came to my head. I just was like, physics. As if I studied physics at the University of Liverpool. Like, I literally was just laughing and he was like, oh wow, and then the lift stopped and I got out and I was like, bye, have a nice night.
Bye, have a nice night. The gravitational pull of this lift at the bottom.
But I don't know, I'm never going to see him again, am I? So like,
no.
Hold on, battery's flashing. Sorry if the angle has moved a little bit, I think it has, I've changed the battery. Continue.
You would have stayed at uni if you weren't doing YouTube for a job.
False, I don't think I would have gone. There are other paths, guys. Oh my god, this battery's flashing. Ah!
You worry about your future.
True. Who doesn't though?
Do people from Beverley think they are better than people from Hull?
That's not true or false.
Yeah, it is.
I guess that's sort of true, yeah. People from, I mean, there is this thing about people from Hull not liking people from Beverley and people from Beverley not liking people from Hull, but...
Is there?
Well, I think there's this thing where like, Beverley's like posh and Hull isn't posh, but like, also we all just live within 8 miles of each other, so is it that deep? I don't really have an issue.
Taylor is your favourite artist.
True.
What was that?
I don't know what that was. Yeah, obviously. I'm going through such a Taylor Swift phase right now as well, like, really strong.
You wish you had an older sibling.
True, I would love to have an older sister.
You wish you lived in London, closer to bigger YouTubers.
False. Used to be true, but definitely not anymore. I wouldn't have wanted to do this lockdown in London because I would have been too far away from everybody else.
Who's everybody else?
You guys and Tom and my other friends. No, I only have about 3 friends that live in London.
Yeah,
true. It would have been very lonely. I think the city's lonely anyway.
You miss living in Leeds.
Yeah, sort of true. I have a lot of friends that live in... I have more friends that live in Leeds than London. I'd rather live back in Leeds. We're going to end there. I'll pick you guys back up in a second because I need to plug this battery back in because it's going to die. I was not prepared before I filmed this, so we'll finish this off in 2 seconds. Literally the next clip for you. So as I said, my camera battery... Why can I not say the word battery? My camera battery actually died, so I just charged it up, waited a couple of hours and I'm back and I'm going to end the video here. If you have enjoyed it, do give it a thumbs up. I know that this was quite a quick video, quite a laid back video, quite a chilled video, but honestly I thought it was just fun to do. It's easy going and it's easy viewing and I love these sort of videos. These are like some of my favourites to watch on YouTube right now, so I thought I would do something very similar to things I've done in the past but not the exact same. Where's the charm off this necklace gone? So thank you so much for watching. As I said at the beginning, if you're not already subscribed, please go and do so down below. It always really helps me out and means the world. Other than that, I'm going to go. I should be back on Thursday with a challenge style video that I think you guys are going to love. It is featuring a familiar... Words are not happening right now. A familiar face that you haven't seen in a while. So subscribe so that you don't miss that and I'll see you all then. Bye guys.